Deonte Gibson, the defensive line coach, joins us for this segment of Penguin Day. Coach, you're in your second year. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Excited to be here.
Knock on wood, defense has played pretty well over the first 3 games.
We have. We're still trying to put together a full game of us clicking early on, and then, so far we've been a really strong second half team, particularly on the defensive front. So just want to start the game a lot faster this week.
Coach, you have a lot of guys who circulate in and out. What's that like to have, that many guys?
It's been awesome. I mean, I think it's a byproduct of a little bit of what's happened before I arrived here, and I think it's also a byproduct of what's happened since we've been here. And it's awesome to see the amount of guys get that type of opportunity to go out and play.
Since the guys are interchangeable, I mean, some guys have to start, but I don't think starting's a big issue, is it?
No, I understand because I played before. I know what it means to, walk out first and kind of that type of responsibility and honor. So I really, I take that to heart, and guys earn the ability to walk out first. And those guys, usually my starters, those guys will play a lot more than most guys, but we still have a pretty solid rotation.
That rotation, just how important will that be, with the conference play starting?
I think it's important to just continue to build depth because at the end of the day, this is a violent game. And the way that we require our guys to play, it's important to have guys ready to roll. So we're going to put the guys out there that's going to help us win. But I think having that depth is really going to take us a long way as we kind of garner through this whole conference tour a little bit.
With so many guys coming back, you're in a pretty good spot, aren't you?
I always tell people, I'm not that smart. I'm not that great of a coach. Sometimes it's good to have some good players. So
defensive run game coordinator too. Maybe just take us through what that is.
So essentially, I work with our defensive coordinator, Coach Brown, and our co-defensive coordinator, Coach Hainline, and we come together at the beginning of the week and just talk through, what works for us up front from a movement perspective, but also what has worked against us in the past, something that may come up or something that teams have seen before, they may utilize against us, and then coming up and trying to find a way to make sense for our front and for our defense as a whole. So really for me, my aspect of it is just from a movement perspective. How can we affect the offensive front with our defensive guys moving around?
Deonte, you're in your second season. Can you see the jump that fans have seen with this defense?
I think so. I try to be really critical on our guys, but realistically, I've seen these guys make some great strides in the classroom, obviously on the field. I mean, one of the things I'm most proud of is last semester in the spring, we had a 3-3-5 as a defensive line, which has been awesome. And so that's something we really take a lot of pride in. And obviously on the field, I think we're doing some good stuff too.
Well, congratulations on that. So you're a Northeast Ohio guy, so you were at some other schools, but you landed here at Youngstown State, and just take us through that process.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Cleveland. I went to St. Edward High School, so really proud to see what those guys are doing back there. Hopefully they can get a three-peat, but yeah, Northeast Ohio guy. Came back for the years before here. I was at Akron for 2 years as an outside linebackers coach. Again, another opportunity to just recruit the area, be around Ohio guys, really get a chance to really see and be home and bring the guys in and get them a chance from a college perspective.
You're out recruiting and with everything going on in college athletics, with NIL and all this stuff, is recruiting tougher now maybe than it was before?
I think it's just, you gotta, like in anything, you gotta put the effort in and find the right guys that make sense for you. I think the NIL movement, the transfer portal movement, all that it's a byproduct of revolution in the game, and I think it's awesome. I think it's important that we're able to kind of adjust as coaches. But again, you take the guys that are adjusted to the system, guys that want to be a part of the program, and I think that doesn't change. Guys that really love the game, you're still going to find them.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck on Saturday against Northern Iowa and continued success throughout the rest of the season. We appreciate your time tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
We'll be back after this.